lied and lied some more. Herschel Walker also misled his own campaign. After, remember, they said, oh, Herschel Walker never hid anything from us. He never hid his children, never hid his previous other things, but he did. He lied to his own campaign, and now there's serious conflict. Let's put up the picture of old Herschel, okay? This guy is running for the US Senate out of the state of Georgia against Dr. Reverend Raphael Warnock, current US Senator. Last poll shows Warnock in the lead. However, just a month ago, it showed Herschel Walker in the lead. Herschel Walker's campaign said he had never tried to hide his children, but he did, even to his own campaign. So Indisputable has previously covered Walker's many lies, including his lie about spending time at the FBI Academy, falsehoods about his past business venture. He said he graduated valedictorian from high school, said he graduated from college in criminal justice. None of that happened. Let's put up his campaign manager. Campaign manager is Scott Paradise. Scott Paradise has worked consistently to deflect attention away from all of the massive lies Walker has told. According to the Daily Beast, Walker was lying to his campaign from the beginning. When Herschel Walker's campaign aides approached him this winter to discuss whispers that Walker had a secret child, the Georgia GOP's Senate candidate told his campaign, oh, the rumors are false. Walker's aides already knew he was lying. And now remember, I told you his nickname is Lying Ass Herschel Walker, okay? They had expected him to lie and obtained documents in advance of that conversation verifying that Walker did indeed have another child. The Daily Beast has learned they handed the documents to him, and after some more back and forth, Walker finally admitted it was true. His aides asked if there were any other children they needed to know about. Walker insisted this was it. That was a lie too. Put up the picture of the campaign manager again. I don't think you all understand yet the insanity of the moment. They're treating Herschel Walker, the GOP Senate candidate, like a baby. They're going to him like, now, Herschel, we need you to tell us the truth, Herschel. Is it you who fathered those children, Herschel? Oh, no, Dad. It wasn't me. Well, Herschel, can you explain this? That's how they're treating the guy. Because they can, okay? You think they would treat somebody else like that? You think they would go and talk to them like a child like that? Of course not. But they did it to Herschel. Why do you think? Okay. Even after the initial incident, he lied some more. When the Daily Beast learned about the existence of that 10-year-old child in June and went to the campaign for comment, campaign manager Scott Paradise prepared a statement. But first, he went to Walker with a question. Be honest. Are there any other kids? No, Walker said. Paradise then put out a statement insisting that Walker, who at that point had only publicly acknowledged one child, his adult son Christian, was proud of his children. To suggest that Herschel is hiding the child because he hasn't used him in his political campaign is offensive and absurd, Paradise said in a statement. The very next day, the Daily Beast reached out again asking about yet another undisclosed child, a 13-year-old. The campaign approached Walker, asked him again. This time, Walker acknowledged the teen was his. The campaign verified that the 13-year-old was Walker's son and that he had yet another child, a daughter from his college days about 40 years ago. Okay, all right, campaign, let me help you all out, okay? When the Daily Beast broke the first story, they already knew about the other ones. Okay, they just wanted you all to respond and lie and say, oh, this was it. And how dare you say he's hiding? All right, they played you. All right, rightfully so, artfully done, Daily Beast. Okay, an anonymous source and communications given to the Daily Beast depicts a lack of trust and confidence between the Walker campaign and Walker himself. So emails and text messages, what they show are advisors discussing how they do not trust Herschel Walker, both to tell the truth to them and to handle campaign events properly, and harboring concerns that he is not mentally fit for the job. You don't say. He spouts falsehoods like he's breathing, the advisor said, so much so that his own campaign stopped believing him long ago. He's lied so much that we don't know what's true, the person said, adding that aides have zero trust in the candidate. 3 people interviewed for this article independently called him a pathological liar. Yes, he is. Just like the man who endorsed him, Donald J. Trump. Okay? So if you got the energy for Herschel Walker, damn it, you better have that same energy for Trump. So they know that he's a liar. They know that he manipulates. They know that he's probably keeping other secrets. And what do? They manipulate the people around him. They manipulate the audiences that come to hear him speak or fumble through words, basically. But they manipulate the campaign message in order to make you believe that somehow Herschel Walker is mentally fit, that somehow this guy is actually able to read. Did I say that out loud? I meant to say that somehow this guy is actually telling the truth, all right? I think Herschel can probably read, right? Okay, now Walker's aides are struggling to prevent him from doing campaign events. They do not want him to damage the image any further. The strategy is now to keep Walker off of television, according to the report. They no longer want him on TV. They want to keep him on script, this person said, except he doesn't listen. The campaign source said he doesn't take direction because he comes from a place where he says, I have built myself up in the media for years. He screws up on Fox News where people agree with him. So the idea of him taking an adverse interview or interacting with people who don't agree with him is a non-starter, the advisor said, likening the prospect to sending him into the lion's den. But you all selected him because Trump told you to, okay? All right, so I don't feel sorry for you at all, okay? All right, Ben, thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 big components to this. The first has been covered widely, and that is just the fact that among the Republicans, generally speaking, there is this sort of like main character syndrome, this extremist individualism where you believe that you're the only person of consequence in the world, and as a result, you're totally comfortable lying to everybody around you. But then the other side of this is like, how much do you have to get paid as like a campaign staffer to work for somebody, to actively try to put somebody into a position of power who you know is not only lying to the general public, but is also lying to you? You're theoretically supposed to be part of like the inner circle of the campaign team running things, and he's even lying to you. So like, this is why, and this is like across the board, like one of the reasons why like people that work for the Republican Party and Republican candidates tend to make a bit more than people working for Democratic candidates is because of this type of thing. Like a lot of these folks, like you really have to question like their commitment to really anything regarding the campaign and anything regarding like right-wing politics. For a lot of these folks, it's just a grift. They're just self-interested, and it's like like it's just this huge trend that exists, which is like on one hand deeply hilarious, but on another hand really sad, and speaks to like how like kind of like falling apart our democracy is, where people are just willing to like sell out and like work for people who they know to be completely untrustworthy.
Not only untrustworthy, but incapable of doing the basic functions of the job. I mean, damn, politicians lie, that's a dime a dozen. But you literally believe the guy cannot actually work in the US Senate, and you're still promoting the falsehood.